my channel. Today we will talk about space. Let's start with our solar system. The solar system is a vast region in space that is gravitationally bound to the sun, our star. It is composed of several major components, including the sun itself, eight planets, numerous moons, asteroids, comets, and other celestial objects. Starting with the sun, it is a massive ball of hot, glowing gas primarily composed of hydrogen and helium. The sun is our nearest star. Without the sun, Earth would be frozen and lifeless. The sun formed in a cloud of gas and dust about 4.6 billion years ago and has another 5 billion years to go. Its immense gravitational pull holds the solar system together and provides the energy necessary for life on Earth. The sun's surface is covered in dark spots known as sunspots, and it releases a constant stream of charged particles called solar wind. Moving on to the planets, we have eight in our solar system. They can be categorized into two main groups, the inner and outer planets. The inner planets include Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, which are so named because they orbit closest to the Sun. In addition to their proximity, these planets have a number of key differences that set them apart from planets elsewhere in the solar system. For starters, the inner planets are rocky and terrestrial, composed mostly of silicates and metals, whereas the outer planets are gas giants. The inner planets are also much more closely spaced than their outer solar system counterparts. In fact, the radius of the entire region is less than the distance between the orbits of Jupiter and Saturn. The four planets farthest from the Sun are the outer planets. These planets are much larger than the inner planets and are made primarily of gases and liquids, so they are also called gas giants. The gas giants are made up primarily of hydrogen and helium, the same elements that make up most of the Sun. Astronomers think that the hydrogen and helium gases comprised much of the solar system when it first formed. Since the inner planets didn't have enough mass to hold on to these light gases, their hydrogen and helium floated away into space. The Sun and the massive outer planets had enough gravity to keep hydrogen and helium from drifting away. All of the outer planets have numerous moons. They also have planetary rings composed of dust and other small particles that encircle the planet in a thin plane. Apart from the planets, our solar system also consists of numerous moons orbiting around them. For instance, Earth has our moon, while Jupiter has a system of over 70 moons, including Ganymede, the largest moon in the solar system. These moons vary in size, composition, and geological activity. Moving beyond our solar system, there are other star systems known as exoplanetary systems. These systems are located outside our solar system and typically consist of a star orbited by one or multiple planets. Thousands of exoplanets have been discovered to date, with some resembling Earth in terms of size and potential habitability. The study of exoplanets has revolutionized our understanding of the universe and the possibility of finding extraterrestrial life. As we zoom out further, we encounter different galaxies neighboring our Milky Way galaxy. Galaxies are enormous collections of stars, gas, dust, and dark matter held together by gravity. Our closest galaxy is the Andromeda Galaxy, located about 2.5 million light years away. Other neighboring galaxies include the Triangulum Galaxy and the Magellanic Clouds. These galaxies exhibit a wide range of shapes, sizes, and compositions, adding to the vastness and diversity of the universe. Detailed information about the planets in the solar system. Mercury. Earth days to orbit Sun 88. Discovery date unknown but known since ancient times. Number of moons 0. Location first planet from the Sun. The solar system's smallest planet and the densest temperatures on Mercury range from a freezing minus 173 degrees centigrade 279 degree Fahrenheit to a blistering 427 degrees centigrade 801 Fahrenheit. Unlike Earth, Mercury has no atmosphere, so the planet cannot retain heat. Venus. Earth days to orbit Sun 224.7. Discovery date unknown but known since ancient times. Number of moons 0. Location second planet from the Sun. Venus is almost the same size as Earth, but you wouldn't want to visit Venus. Its atmosphere is incredibly dense and the temperature is so high you would be fried to a crisp. The planet is covered in acid clouds that trap heat. Earth. Earth days to orbit Sun 365.2, number of moons 1, location third planet from the Sun. Earth is the only planet known to support life. It has the right temperature for life because it's neither too close to the Sun nor too far from it. Earth is the only planet with oceans on its surface. It is also the only planet with lots of oxygen, the gas that keeps us alive. Mars. Earth days to orbit Sun 687. Discovery date unknown but known since ancient times. Number of moons 2. Location fourth planet from the Sun. Mars is one of the closest planets to us in space. It is barren and mainly covered with dust and rocks. Two ice caps cover the poles. It is about half the size of Earth but has no flowing water and as yet no signs of life. Jupiter. Earth years to orbit Sun 12. Discovery date unknown but known since ancient times. Number of moons 69. Location fifth planet from the Sun. The solar system's largest planet, Jupiter, is a gas giant made mainly of hydrogen. It has many storms in its deep, cloudy atmosphere. The largest of these, which has been blowing for at least 300 years, is called the Great Red Spot. Jupiter has more moons than any other planet. Saturn, Earth years to orbit Sun 29 and a half. Discovery date unknown but known since ancient times. Number of moons 62. Location 6 planet from the Sun. Saturn is an enormous gas giant made mainly of hydrogen gas. It is so light that it would float if you could find a big enough ocean. Its rings are made of billions of small icy chunks orbiting the planet. They are the remains of a moon that got too close to Saturn and broke apart. Uranus. Earth years to orbit Sun just over 84. Discovery date 1781. Number of moons 27. Location 7th planet from the Sun. Uranus was discovered in 1781 by astronomer William Herschel. Much of the planet is thought to be made of water and ice. It has 13 thin dark rings. The planet spins on its sides like a top that has fallen over. This is probably the result of a huge impact long ago. Neptune. Earth years to orbit Sun 165. Discovery date 1846. Number of moons 14. Location 8th planet from the Sun. This is an icy planet. That's because it's 30 times further away from the Sun than Earth. A day on Neptune lasts 16 hours and 7 minutes. Neptune has huge storms and very strong winds. It also has 5 dark thin rings. Flying rocks. There are billions of rocks in the Milky Way that never became big enough to be planets. They orbit the Sun and sometimes crash into each other and the planets. They create spectacular light shows in the sky and could devastate whole planets. Asteroids. Asteroids are small rocky bodies that orbit the Sun. Most of them are found between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. They are leftovers from the formation of the planets 4.5 billion years ago. The main asteroid belt contains tens of thousands of asteroids. The first asteroid to be discovered was Ceres in 1801. Comets. Comets orbit the Sun in the outer solar system and sometimes appear in our skies. They have two tails of gas and dust and a solid nucleus made of ice. The Hale-Bopp comet passed near our Earth in 1997. It was one of the brightest comets of the 20th century. Meteor showers. They occur at the same time each year when Earth passes through trails of dust left by passing comets. Very rarely, a shower may produce thousands of shooting stars that light up the sky.